Welcome back to the channel, lads. We must yet again reconvene for me to impart great knowledge unto you. But before we get carried away, I need to separate the wheat from the chaff. I need those of you who are ready to buckle down and get their life in order, but also not lose the sauce with the ladies. And for those of you who aren't buttery smooth with the ladies yet, don't worry, fellas, I got you. Brothers, the sad truth is you won't be getting any females on your Johnson if you ain't got that moolah or if you look clapped. On the flip side, don't fall into the trap of being the type of person who can't shut up about escaping the matrix and posting a Goggins edit every hour, because that ain't ever got anyone laid either. Just know if it ever came down to it, you better be choosing 6 hours of working on that side hustle over going over to her place for a 2-hour cuddle session. Remember, fellas, as soon as the Benjamins stop rolling in, she won't hesitate to transform into Optimus Prime and roll out of your life. As hard as it is for some of the incels out there to believe, it's easier to meet gorgeous girls than to make up for time lost not grinding. You've seen a pretty girl in the past 24 hours, but I can bet my entire 71 sub-channel you haven't even sniffed $1 million in the past decade. Lads, listen, you need to have a roster. And no, I'm not talking about a roster of girls. I mean, you need to have a list of daily goals that are related to your grind and to managing relations with your girl, or girls, if you're a dog like that. In terms of your grind, I recommend you have a daily gym session. Spend at least 1 hour a day working on a personal and financial project. Then for the girls, I recommend approaching at least 1-7 every day. Nothing lower though, fellas. We still need to have standards. This isn't necessarily to get in their pants, but just to sharpen your skills and see if you still got your wits about you. And if you do happen to not be the prettiest thing on earth, subscribe, and I'm sure we can fix that together. Now, when it comes to money, you can't be spending exorbitant amounts of money on girls while on your grind, fellas. I recommend pre-planning your budget for girls ahead of the month, making sure to plan for at least 2 dates, a gift, and some rubbers. That should be enough to cover all bases. People are always talking about being mysterious, but don't have the cojones to leave a girl on red while pumping vicious reps in the gym. Being disciplined and being mysterious go hand in hand. When it's her time, give it to her fully. When it's time to grind, it's time to grind. So what if she asks you to stay over a little longer? If you say no, she'll probably think you're Batman going to save the city and fall more in love with you. It's literally a win-win situation. Also, the moment you see yourself making exceptions for this one girl, just know it's too late for you, brother. You're about to enter a devious cycle of you giving her more time, falling out of rhythm with the grind, losing her because you got too comfortable, hopping back on the grind and becoming that guy again, meeting another girl, then rinse and repeat. When you work on controlling your impulse to check your phone during work or force yourself to stick to the routines, that's when you enter a different category of man. Oh, listen, I'm not going to sell you a false dream. A truly perfect balance can never be achieved in any area of life, because if it did, change would never happen. And we all know things change all the time. You must realize that while perfection is ultimately unattainable, the pursuit of it is what helps us grow that 1% every day. Damn, I hope someone clips that line, because I sounded like Socrates there for a second. Anyway, cheers, lads, and don't forget to mew.